Hey there guys, and welcome to some Slay The Spire. So I've done a few videos of this on my channel before, but we're back doing it again. Initially I was going to do like daily challenges. They have these daily challenges you can do. I was going to do videos of those, but the problem is they expire every 24 hours, so I have to get them done all in one session, which sometimes can be a little bit of a stretch. So what we're going to do is we're just going to do some normal runs, because I can save those and come back to them whenever, and make our way up through the ascension. So I will do my best to kind of explain the game as we go, but not in super high detail, just because it would take a really long time. But for those who don't know how the game works, I will try to cover things. So we were doing some sort of run, I'm going to abandon it, and we're going to play. So again, there's a daily climb, which is, interesting challenges here just to look at it. Ironclad, starting deck is replaced with one of every rare card. And you can ignore or pass, but again, we're not going to do those. So we're going to do standard. Now there's three characters. There's Ironclad, Silent, and the Defect. I'm going to play the Defect because I think it's a really interesting character to mess around with, and it's actually the one I have the least progress on, so doing stuff with them would be pretty good. So a combat automaton, which becomes self-aware, ancient technology allows the manipulation of orbs. So Slay the Spire is a roguelike card game, basically. That's it's pretty interesting. It's something that when I looked at it and got it, I didn't think I'd be interested at all, but it's actually one of my all-time favorite games. So you have these starting abilities and these relics you can get. So its starting ability is at the start of each combat, channel 1 lightning. So let's actually hop in a game here and see what that means. So we have a big beat-up whale here. So we have our health, we have our gold, we can hold 3 potions, we have our deck, and a map. So this thing, at the start of each combat, channel 1 lightning. Once we get in, you see we'll have 3 slots here for orbs, and that's what this is so like a lightning would take up an orb slot. And channeling an orb puts it into your first empty slot. If you have no empty slots, your first orb is automatically evoked to make room. And lightning deals damage to random enemies. So it'll make more sense once we actually do it. So when you start, you get these options. They're different each time, which is kind of cool. So you can remove a card. We could increase our magic HP by 7, obtain a rare relic and lose all gold, or obtain a random boss relic and lose our starting relic. Well, we definitely don't want to lose this, I don't think, because that's kind of a core thing to the Defect. Now, obtaining a random boss relic can be really good, but the Defect is really about the orbs and stuff, so without this, it would be kind of weird. I'm tempted to do this, but let's take a look at our map. So there's multiple, each one of these is like a level. Each one of these is a floor, right? So there's like 3 levels, basically. I think there's a better name for them, but of the Spire. So this would be 1, and there's 2 more after that, and there's actually a bonus 4th one. So these paths, so these bonfires are places you can rest and make upgrades. These are normal enemies. These are stores. These question marks are random events that can be good or bad or fights or whatever. And then these are elites, which are obviously higher enemies. And then lastly, we have the boss fight. So looking here, there's a store here and store here. If there's no stores later on, I'm actually tempted to lose my gold, because we could hit one of these earlier stores, but we won't have enough gold by that point to really get anything that useful. And there's no stores later on, so I think if we lose our gold and then just save up until an Act 2 store, we would be in a lot better shape. So, ignoring the stores, we want to try to hit as many fires as possible, because that allows more upgrades. So, we can hit 1, 2, 3 on that path. We can hit, let's see, 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3, 4 on one of these paths. So one of these is going to be better. Fighting elites can be, Act 1 isn't too bad. I think, this is so many enemies, this could be really bad though. We'll go this path, we'll go this way anyway. We'll do this just to give ourselves a little break from enemies. Obviously we won't really be able to buy anything, but it's still not a fight. And then once we get to this point, we'll see what our health looks like and see if we can take on an elite and another enemy. Or if we just want to do one enemy and then a fire. So let's start here. So we're going to lose all our gold. So this, calipers, at the start of your turn, lose 15 block rather than all of your block. So this is pretty interesting, because normally, let's go ahead and start here. Normally when you block, you gain block, and then at the end of the turn after they've attacked, you lose it. but if we get more than 15, we're going to retain whatever's left over. Okay, so we have enemies. They all have different abilities and stuff. So channeling a lightning, let's see what this does. Okay, so these are going to do 3 passive damage to a random enemy each turn, and then if you evoke them, remember, which pushes them out, they're going to deal 8 damage. But we're going to double block here because I only want to take 1 damage, and you can see he is taking 6. Now he's buffing, so we want to pump in as much damage as we can. So this is 18 plus another 6 should put him at 10, and if we're lucky, we can maybe kill him next turn, and we definitely can because we have these 2, and he's dead. So when you beat enemies, you get gold. Sometimes you get potions. So this gives us 5 dexterity, and at the end of your turn, you lose it. And the dexterity basically increases the amount that your block cards block for. And then you always get a card to pick from. So we can do auto shields. If we have no block, we can gain 11 block. Ball lightning, deal 7 damage, and channel lightning or capacitor, and gain 2 more orb slots. I like both these cards, but capacitor this early on I think is super good. Because increasing the amount of orb slots we have is really, really nice. So we took 1 damage from that fight, not too bad. This guy's buffing, again, pretty much same thing. Whenever they're buffing, you want to, there's no point in blocking, right? Because unless you can get more than 15 with this. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually only single block. I'll take a damage, but we should hopefully be able to kill him next turn. And he's going to continue to buff. So this guy, part of his ability there, that feather, at the end of its turn, it gains 3 strength. So we want to kill him pretty much as fast as possible. So this would be 12. And then these will kill him. Okay, so Turbo, gain 2 energy, add a void into your discard pile. Voids are unplayable status cards that consume energy, so we don't want that, I don't think. Streamline, deal 15 damage, reduces card's cost by 1 this combat. Or Sweeping Beam, deals 6 damage to all enemies, draw a card. Having AoE is super good and something that Defect doesn't have a ton of. So I'm going to grab this Sweeping Beam because having AoE in some of these fights is actually really important. So again, I don't think we have enough gold for anything. We don't, which is unfortunate because this is like a super good card. We can basically just pick whatever we want. This also is very good. Even if we'd kept our gold though, we wouldn't have had enough for this. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave. Self-repair is also quite good. But that's one less combat we have to run into. Okay, so this guy is going to hit us with a debuff, a negative effect, and he's attacking. Let's go ahead and block 1. Let's hit him. And then I'm going to gain 2 orb slots. It's maybe not the best idea, but... So he just weakened us, and weakened makes you deal 25% less damage for however many turns you're weakened for. So this is a little bit tough. We're going to take some damage here. That weakened is actually quite frustrating. I'm going to pray that RNG is helpful and kills him. And it does. Okay, let's do that. I do want to block. More lightning would be good, but I think blocking is going to be more important here. So we just put a slime in our deck, which is just like a status card we can't really play. I mean, it just... We can play it and get rid of it, but it doesn't do anything for us. And we're just going to kill him. Okay, so Ancient Potion, you gain an artifact. And basically an artifact means that it negates the next debuff against you. So this can be super powerful, especially against some of the bosses. So we can Cold Snap, deal 6 damage and channel a Frost. So Frost Orbs basically give you block passively each turn. Tempest, channel X Lightning and then exhaust it. And exhausting it means that it removes it completely from the particular combat you're in. Because normally when you play cards, as you've probably noticed, they go into a discard pile, and then once your draw pile runs out, your discard is just shuffled back into your draw pile. But exhausting just actually gets rid of it for that particular combat. And then Fusion, Fusion gives you energy, which is also really good. I mean, it's 2 costs to play it, but once you get it up, it's really quite nice. Cold Snap I really like, though, just because some Frost Orbs can be quite good, and it's another damage card. Although with these Orb Slots, Plasma... I'm gonna go with Plasma. This may be a mistake, but we'll see. Okay, so this guy's quite frustrating. He's attacking. He's a slaver. I'm actually really tempted to take 7 damage here and channel Lightning and Fusion. But I'm gonna be a little smart and block. Although I think he buffs Strength, or he just continually gains. So now we have no block, which is fantastic. Your next orb twice. Okay, so let's... So this guy, I'm going to take quite a bit. We may actually need to heal at this next rest site. Okay, I'm going to double block. Sweeping Beam to draw, see what we get. And then Strike. Now if we're lucky, we can kill him this turn, and it looks like we can. And then he's dead. Okay, so Streamline again, we already know what that does. Ball Lightning, we already saw that. Glacier, however, is quite good. You gain 7 block, and then you can channel 2 Frost. Some more block cards would definitely be great. If 50 health, I'm a little scared to take an Elite. It depends what Elite it is. I'd really like a Relic, though. See, there's no other Elites on the sword. We're gonna do it. Not shit. Okay, so this guy is super annoying. Gremlin Knob. So basically, once he places his buff on himself, every time I play a skill card, you can see the type of card it is here, he gains strength. So this is really bad because we either can't block or every time we do, he's going to gain strength. This might actually be the end of us. This guy is super, super hard. Well, we have no strength, no skills now anyway. I'm actually going to do Glacier simply because this gives us 2 Frost, which will be 4 passive armor without us having to play a skill. I know that seems like a little silly, but I think that's better. So 16. If I block 4 of that, it's gonna do 12. I have a few blocks left in here. Okay, so now he's attacking for less, though he's also applying a negative effect. So Sweeping Beam, do that. Fusion's a skill, so I don't want to be playing it. We'll block that. I really don't want him gaining more strength. I could do Glacier to get another orb, and actually it would do that. It would get rid of this and give me 2 more orbs, but I honestly don't think that's worth the additional strength he's going to gain. So 24. My goodness, sir. This is really bad. Okay, so if I don't block any, I'm obviously going to be super low. This is also a skill. So if I block 5, we would be blocking basically 3 more because he's going to gain 2 strength, and then I would do that. This is also a skill. This is really bad. I'm going to do it. I think. So let's Sweeping Beam. If I do this, this is 6. Means he's not quite dead. And there he is. Okay, yeah, because doing that, because it pushed the lightning orb out, which did more damage. So Gambler's Brew, discard any number of cards and draw that many. That's quite good. Gold, Art of War. If you do not play any attacks during your turn, gain an additional energy next turn. This is kind of weird because usually you play attacks, but I would say Defect is actually the best character for this since a lot of their damage is passive from the orbs. Cool-headed, channel 1 Frost and draw a card. Recursion, evoke your next orb, channel the orb that was just evoked. So basically this is just like additional damage without actually getting rid of your orb permanently because it'll just redo it. Or go for the eyes, which I'm tempted because some Source of Weak would actually be really good. Both these are quite nice, but some Source of Weaken I think would be great. On 11 health, we may just lose here, to be honest with you guys, which would be really depressing. Alright, let's Sweeping Beam? Maybe I'll draw... No, I did draw this though, which is really good. Okay, so I'm only going to take 2 from this. Okay, so I need to deal... I'm actually going to play this right now, simply because having that passive block is going to be a lifesaver, I think. Yeah, I'm going to do this. So this guy's split. So when its HP is at or below 50%, it will split into 2 smaller slimes. Which means I probably should not have split them there, but yeah, because this is actually really bad now. Tempted to just... Oh, let's... Sweeping Beam. Not much damage, but it's damage. So 5 plus 4 is 9. I would take 1 damage. Yeah, I'm going to Capacitor. And then defend. I think we may just lose here, guys. I don't think I should have taken... Like, any other elite, I think I would have been fine. Except that guy. I really want a fusion, but... I'm going to take 1 damage. I'm actually going to do it. We're living on the edge here, guys. This is so bad. If they both attack, we're probably screwed here. Oh, we didn't take any damage this turn. I can kill one of them. Sweeping Beam, 100%. Knock that guy out. 10. If we block for 9, so that's going to be 9. We can do that, right? Yeah. I think we're going to survive this. We did it! Oh my god. Alright, Rebound. We can deal 9 damage, but the next card you play this turn on top of your draw pile. Hello World. At the start of your turn, add a random common card into your hand. That can be good. It's actually really good, but I'm going to take Self-Repair because basically this is a free 7 heal at the end of every combat. Now, I wanted to upgrade, but I'm going to heal because yikes. So when you heal for 30% of your max HP. Now we can hit a chest, which I'm definitely going to do, and then we can hit another fire where you will either upgrade or heal. So upon pickup, raise your max HP by 10. This is actually perfect because this also counts as a heal. So we get a 10 heal, plus we have more max, which means we'll heal for more it fires. I'm going to go and upgrade something though. So out of all these, this would heal us for 10, but this would give us 3 orb slots. Fusion would cost 1, which is actually quite good. Sweeping Beam deals 9. I'm actually really tempted to do this. Zap is free, which is actually quite good. Glacier is decent. All these are actually really good upgrades. I'm going to get Zap, though, being free. I think that's really important. So we're going to hit this so we can transform a card. I'm going to go ahead and transform a Strike. And that's actually really good. That's way better. So for the same amount of energy, we got Bullseye, which deals 8 damage, which is 2 more than a strike, and it applies Lock On, which means that whatever we use it on is going to receive 50% more damage from orbs for the next turn, which is super good. I want to hit this bonfire. Let me see, we have 1 fight, and then I think I can afford to upgrade. I'm going to upgrade Sweeping Beam, actually. It's 9 damage, is pretty good, and a card draw. And I think I'm gonna hit this question mark. I don't think we can finish this floor today. We may have to leave it here. We'll have to see. Okay, so I'm going to do self-repair. I'm going to weaken him so he does less damage, and then I'm gonna double block. I don't want to take any damage in this fight if possible. Sweeping Beam for sure. You always want to do your draw first. Zap being 0 cost is super nice. I don't actually have any more blocks, so I'm going to do this. Which does get rid of some of our passive damage, but having these Frost Orbs will be really nice. That's 9. I think we can afford to do that. Weaken him. Lock on. I'm tempted just to kill him. Okay, let's strike. Defend, and that will be exactly 14. And if we're lucky, we should be able to kill him next turn. And that should just kill him. Yep. So Essence of Steel, we gained 4 plated armor. I'm going to drop this dexterity thing. So plated armor, it's a little hard to explain. It gives you armor that then decreases every time you actually take damage through the armor, but it's pretty good. Boost sequence, it's innate, which means you start every combat with it in your hand, and you gain 10 block. Channel 1 frost for each enemy in combat. Chill is actually insanely good, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab that. If I save here, I'm not sure where this is gonna save me. It may save me like, I'm not sure. I'm going to try. I think because I do need to go, guys. This is like a 25-minute video thereabouts. So I'm going to save here, and then next run we can hopefully clear this out and get partway through the next floor. But, oh my god, that was so close. I can't believe we almost died there. I think we can make it, though. I think I may heal here. Although if I can get in a self-repair at this fight without taking any damage, I may not heal. We'll see. But, I think that's going to do it, guys. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy and look forward to more. I just love playing this game, so there's going to be more. And until next time, I look forward to seeing you all, and do take care.